This is Mike Harris, 50 years old, United States Marine Corps, Iraq War veteran. 20 years ago, he fought in Fallujah, one of the bloodiest battles of the war. He saw enemy soldiers, fired at them. They fired back. War, kill or be killed. But in 2021, Mike received an email that changed everything. From a man he once considered his enemy. Now that man is his best friend. This is their story. November 2004, Fallujah, Iraq. Corporal Mike Harris, 2nd Battalion, 1st Marines. The battle for Fallujah was hell, house-to-house combat, insurgents everywhere. Mike's unit was clearing buildings, room by room, never knowing what was behind each door. One afternoon, Mike's unit was pinned down, heavy fire from a building across the street. They called for backup. An Iraqi translator arrived with reinforcements. His name was Hassan al-Hamidi, military to help communicate with locals. But that day, Hassan did more than translate. Mike's squad was trapped, 3 Marines wounded, enemy fire coming from multiple positions. Hassan volunteered to go out. I can talk to them, maybe negotiate. The lieutenant shook his head. Too dangerous. But Hassan insisted. I speak their language. I know their culture. Let me try. He went out. No weapon, just his voice. Hassan walked into the open, hands up, shouting in Arabic. Stop firing. There are wounded men. Let them evacuate. The insurgents didn't stop. Hassan kept walking, kept shouting. Finally a ceasefire. Brief. Maybe 2 minutes. Just enough time for Mike's unit to pull the wounded out. 3 Marines survived because Hassan risked his life. Mike never forgot that. The war ended. Mike came home. 2006. Hassan stayed in Iraq, continued working as a translator for U.S. forces. For 10 years, Hassan helped American soldiers, saved countless lives. But in 2014, everything changed. ISIS rose, took over large parts of Iraq. Translators who worked with Americans became targets, traitors. That's what ISIS called them. They hunted them, killed them, entire families. Hassan went into hiding, but he couldn't leave Iraq. No visa, no way out. For 7 years, Hassan lived in fear, moving constantly, never safe. July 2021, the U.S. military withdrew from Afghanistan. Chaos, thousands of Afghan translators left behind. The news covered it, allies abandoned. Mike Harris watched from his home in Texas. He thought about Hassan. Is he still alive? Mike hadn't spoken to Hassan in 15 years, didn't even know if he'd survived ISIS, but he started searching. Facebook, LinkedIn, Iraqi veteran groups, nothing. Then one day, Mike got an email, subject line, Corporal Harris, do you remember me? The email was from Hassan. Dear Mike, I don't know if you remember me. Hassan al-Hamidi, Fallujah. I was the translator. I have thought about you many times over the years. I hope you are well. I am writing because I need help. The Taliban have taken over Afghanistan. My family and I are in hiding. They have marked us for death because I worked with Americans. I am not asking for money. I am asking for a miracle. Can you help me get to America? I understand if you cannot. We were on opposite sides once, and it has been many years, but I had to try. Your friend Hassan. Mike stared at the screen. Opposite sides. Hassan saved his life, saved his brothers, risked everything. Mike called his wife. I need to bring someone to America. But it wasn't simple. The U.S. visa system for Iraqi translators was a nightmare. Red tape, bureaucracy, years of waiting. Hassan didn't have years. The Taliban was hunting him. Mike started a campaign. He contacted every congressman, every senator, every veteran organization. This man saved American lives. Now he needs us. He posted Hassan's story on social media, Facebook, Twitter. I fought in Iraq. This translator saved my unit. Now he's being hunted. Help me bring him home. The response was overwhelming. Veterans shared the story. Thousands of people. Bring Hassan home. Local news picked it up. Then national news. Marine veteran fighting to save Iraqi translator who saved his life 17 years ago. But the government was slow. Months passed. Hassan sent updates. Brief. Terrified. They found my cousin. Killed him. We're moving again. I don't know how much longer. Please hurry. Mike worked 16-hour days. Calling. Emailing. Organizing. His congressman finally responded. We're trying, but it takes time. Mike didn't have time. In December 2021, Mike got a message from Hassan. They found us. We have to run. Tonight, Mike's heart stopped. He called everyone. Media, politicians, military contacts. If Hassan dies, it's on us. Do something. Now. December 15th, 2021, 11 p.m. Mike's phone rang. Unknown number. Mr. Harris? This is Colonel Patricia Moore, U.S. Embassy, Iraq. We have approval. Emergency visa for Hassan al-Hamidi and his family. They need to get to the embassy in Baghdad. Within 24 hours, Mike called Hassan immediately. Hassan, go, now, embassy, 24 hours. Hassan was crying. Mike, thank you, Thank you. Don't thank me. Just get there, alive. December 17th, 2021. Hassan, his wife Amira, and their two children, Layla, 8 and Omar, 6, arrived at the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. They'd traveled through ISIS-controlled territory, hidden in trucks, walked through desert, but they made it. 3 days later, they landed in Houston, Texas. Mike Harris was waiting at the airport. He hadn't seen Hassan in 17 years. Hassan walked through customs, exhausted, terrified, hopeful. He saw Mike. They locked eyes. Then Hassan ran, hugging Mike, both men crying. "You saved my life," Hassan said. Mike shook his head. "You saved mine first." Mike and his wife Rebecca didn't just bring Hassan to America. They brought him home. Hassan's family stayed with Mike and Rebecca for 6 months. While they got settled, Mike helped Hassan find a job, get a driver's license, enroll the kids in school. But more than that, they became family. Hassan taught Mike's kids Arabic. Mike taught Hassan's kids baseball. They had dinner together every week, shared holidays, birthdays. Two men from opposite sides of a war, now brothers. One evening, Mike and Hassan sat on Mike's porch, drinking coffee. Hassan spoke. "You know, in 2004, I was scared. I thought Americans were invaders, but then I met you and your unit. You weren't monsters. You were just soldiers, far from home, scared, like me." Mike nodded. "I thought Iraqis hated us, but you risked your life for us, because it was right. You were wounded. I could help. That's why I fought for you, because it was right." Hassan smiled. "We were enemies. Now we are brothers." Mike raised his coffee. "To brotherhood." They clinked cups. Hassan's story inspired others. Mike and Hassan started a non-profit, No One Left Behind, helping Iraqi and Afghan translators get to America. Over the next 2 years, they brought 47 translators and their families to safety. Mike used his military connections. Hassan used his cultural knowledge. Together they cut through bureaucracy, saved lives. One translator, Ahmed, said, "Hassan and Mike proved that enemies can become family. That's what America should be." Today, Hassan al-Hamidi is 46 years old. He's a U.S. citizen, works as a translator for a hospital in Houston. His kids, Layla and Omar, are thriving. Layla wants to be a doctor. Omar loves football. Hassan speaks at veteran events, telling his story. "I was hunted, marked for death, but one Marine never forgot me." Mike Harris could have ignored my email, could have said, "That was 17 years ago." But he didn't. He fought for me, like I fought for him. Mike speaks too. At the same events, people ask me, "Wasn't he the enemy?" No, the enemy is hate, violence, division. Hassan was never my enemy. He was my ally, my brother, and now he's my best friend. Every year on December 17th, Mike and Hassan celebrate Freedom Day. The day Hassan's family arrived in America. They gather at Mike's house. Both families, kids running around, food, laughter. Mike's wife Rebecca always makes Iraqi food. Hassan taught her. Hassan's wife Amira makes Texas barbecue. Mike taught her. A blend of cultures, a blend of worlds. At the end of the night, Mike and Hassan always toast, to the men we were, to the brothers we became. But they talk about it, help each other. PTSD doesn't go away, Mike says, but it's easier when you're not alone. Hassan agrees. We both fought wars, different sides, but same scars. Now we heal together. This is the story of Mike Harris and Hassan al-Hamidi. 2 men, 2 countries, 1 war. They should have been enemies forever, but instead, they chose brotherhood. Mike saved Hassan's life by bringing him to America. Hassan saved Mike's life in Fallujah 17 years earlier. Who saved who? It doesn't matter. What matters is this: war creates enemies, but humanity creates brothers. Mike and Hassan proved that enemies can become family, that 17 years and an ocean apart can't break a bond formed in battle, that the guy shooting at you yesterday could be your best friend tomorrow, if you're brave enough to reach across the divide, if you're willing to remember that soldiers on both sides are just humans, scared, far from home, trying to survive. Mike Harris didn't just save 1 translator, he saved 47 families. He showed America that the people we call enemy are often the people who need us most, and sometimes the person you once aimed at becomes the person you die for. That's not weakness, that's strength, that's brotherhood, that's what heroes do.